Hello, and welcome to today's historic Best of 3 Deck Tech and Video combo, where today's video will be on Dimir Zombie Tribal, for lack of a better word. And a little spoiler warning, I have had real trouble getting this deck to be really good. So, but it's not bad though. I want to make that I want to make that a known thing. So, but the reason why I say this is, be careful if you were to craft this deck. I can't speak for its viability, though I could just be a bad pilot and a bad builder. With that out of the way, we shall get on to the actual deck in question. Where our first kind of showcase piece card here is Narfi Betrayer King. 3 and Dimir for a 4/3 legendary snow zombie wizard, where other snow and zombie creatures you control get +1/+1, although for our case it's the zombies we care about. And for 3 snow, you can return Narfi from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, so he can be a nice recursive threat as well as a nice, quote, persistent buff, end quote. And to kind of support this, we honestly just run a lot of some of the better zombies you can run, as well as their respective lords. I run one copy of Liliana's Mastery. It's a nice little, more or less a additional copy of Narfi. The only reason why we don't run 4 of Narfi is because he is a legendary creature. You can't have more than one. So I figured that Liliana's Mastery is a good kind of additional effect for this. The other lords for the zombie tribe are Death Baron, which is 1 and 2 black for a 2/2 zombie wizard, with skeletons and other skeletons you control and other zombies get +1/+1, and Death Touch. Again, for all the lords here, we care about zombies for today's video. The buff is nice. The Death Touch, while useful, is not... How do I word this? The Death Touch part of the Lord effect is just a little extra gravy on top. Another zombie Lord is Lord of the Accursed. He's a 2 and a black for a 2/3 zombie, where other zombies get +1/+1. And for 1 and a black, you can tap him to give all zombies gain menace until the end of the turn. It is nice seeing how zombies natively, at least in historic anyway, really lack evasion of some sort. So it's nice to be able to get it wherever we actually can. And the last little Lord is Liliana's Devotee. Is 2 and a black for a 2/3 human warlock, where other zombies get +1/+0. And at the beginning of her end step, if your creature died this turn, and most importantly, it can be any creature, doesn't have to be ours, we can pay 1 and a black and make a 2/2 zombie. But what? We don't attack chords in this house, silly girl. I love you. We like it because it is besides being, a lord, even though it's only gives power. The trade-off for losing that 1 toughness buff that the rest of the lords, not only in this deck but as well as other lords, give us, is the ability to make zombies and hopefully do something with them. And I guess you would call it, we have 3 other little they're not zombie lords, but they're zombie sort of tribal kind of synergies. We have 3 Crypt Breakers, which came out in one of the earlier historic anthologies. Also, Wizards, come on, historic anthology 4, please. Crypt Breaker is a 1 black mana 1/1 zombie. We can pay 1 and a black and discard a card to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. And we can also tap 3 untapped zombies to draw a card and lose life. It's one of those, it can make zombies on its own. We can also... What, honey? We can also, draw cards Of course, at the cost of life, but that's basically how black gets card draw. The next little zombie synergy card, we have 3 copies of Dreadhorde Invasion, where at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. You can see on screen the amass mechanic from the from War of the Spark. And whenever a zombie token you control with 6 power or greater attacks against lifelink, it's a way to, on a relatively difficult to interact with body quotes, on an enchantment, since enchantments are a little more difficult to remove, it's a way to continually generate or, well, not continually, to kind of help ensure you have a body on the board. Hi, sweetheart. Come on, come lay down my dad. Come on. Come lay down my dad. The reason why we are running Dreadhorde Invasion, besides the just generating a increasingly larger zombie army every turn, is that it's easier than you would think to quote, cheat the 6 power or greater with all of the aforementioned lords. It's easier to get the token in question to 6 power a little bit ahead of curve, so the life loss doesn't terribly matter. We don't attack chords in this house. I love you and you're adorable. I'll just take the fuzzy part back with Dad. You're an absolute goober. We also, in our last little zombie synergy card, another card that came out in one of the earlier historic anthologies, we have Gem Palm Polluter, which I believe was a whole cycle, although really only the the Goblin cycler sees play. But Gem Palm Polluter is a 5 and a black for a 4/3 zombie with cycling for 2 black. And whenever you cycle the Gem Palm Polluter, you can have target player lose life equal to the number of zombies on the battlefield. As we talked about earlier, zombies lack, at least in historic, they lack really any sort of evasion, like we talked about with the Lord of the Accursed. So giving the ability to cash in the Gem Palm Polluter to sort of burn out an opponent is a very nice touch. We also have some, these are less synergy cards and more just kind of good cards. The Lazatep Plating happens to also add to the zombie army of Dreadhorde Invasion, so it technically has some synergy, but it's just nice sort of removal to help the to help our like 1 or 2 creatures we usually have on the board stick for a little longer. We run 4 copies of Saw It Coming. It can just be either a normal on-curve counterspell, or it can be a 2-mana counterspell that you've paid for in installments. Again, our board state is really fragile, and if you lose the board, it's very, very hard to come back. We run 4 Murderous Riders as not only for both the knight itself, or the zombie knight itself, which is a 1 and 2 black for a 2/3 lifelinker, and when it dies, it goes to the bottom of your library. But we also very much enjoy the Swift End, which for the same cost, and is at instant speed, destroys a target creature or planeswalker, and the life loss is a necessary evil for black removal. And we also run some 3 copies of Tomebound Lich, 1 and a blue and a black for a 1/3 zombie wizard with Death Touch and Lifelink. And when it enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, draw them, discard. Again, it's nice to have some what's the word I'm looking for? It's nice to have some card draw. Card draw. It's really looting. Also, the Lifelink and Death Touch can be very important for helping offset the cost of, or the Lifelink can be useful for offsetting the cost of some of the black in our deck, where it requires paying life to do all of these things in question. And the Death Touch is always a nice little sprinkling on top. As for lands, as I'm starting to run in really all of my basic land decks, I run 4 Dimir Shock lands, or Watery Graves in this case. I love you, sweet, adorable, fluffy child. Scoot your butt. Yeah, I know. I'll pet you later. We run 8 swamps, or 8 snow-covered swamps and 6 snow-covered islands, and a single Castle Lockthwain. Castle Lockthwain can be, again, another way to get some card draw. And we run 4 Faceless Havens, simply because it can be a creature if we need it to be, and in a tribal deck, it's very nice to have this. Pardon that. The cons of having to one-take these things. Now with all that out of the way, we can hopefully get onto the sideboard. We run 3 Swan Songs simply because we want a good, cheap counterspell against most non-creature sources. Doesn't really target planeswalkers, but we don't really mind that. It's more also for the Tybalt's Trickery, which I imagine will become very, very popular in the format. 3 Grafdigger's Cages for the... I believe it also works against Tybalt's Trickery, I believe. But even if it doesn't, occasional graveyard shenanigans or collected companies or Muxuses, Grafdigger's Cage is a good catch-all to put in your sideboard. 3 Aether Gust for your mono-red decks, be them traditional mono-red or your goblin-style decks, and the occasional green nonsense that shows up. As well as also being able to skirt around the sometimes relevant can't be countered tag. We run 2 Narsets, we'll bring into against control matchups in an attempt to stop them from like burying us in card advantage. Run 3 Ritual of Soots because we can very quickly lose against another aggro matchup. Or a board-based aggro matchup. We have to sort of pivot to a more mid-rangey control kind of status, and that's where the Ritual comes in, simply because zombies, from my own experience, can't super keep up with most other aggro decks or other tribal decks. And we run 1 copy of Erebos' Intervention. It can be some graveyard hate, or it can be a way to kill a particular creature and get around like invulnerabilities, as well as potentially getting a lot of life on the said creature. And with that, I believe that's all the deck tech we need to do. As usual, we will do a couple of games here. Try and show off the game. Oh yes, sorry, you can see what the next deck tech is going to be in a few days. But yes, we'll do, as usual, try and do about 2 games. 2 best-of-3 games to show off the deck and what it can do. I also understand that, you know, some people are only around for the for the deck tech. If so, thanks for watching. You know, like the video if you like it, sub if you like me, comment if you have questions. And now we're on to the first game. Of course, we'll go first because we have a brain, and there are very few decks that really want to draw first. Oh, good, a no-lander. That's better. We'll chuck a Snow-Covered Swamp, and then we'll just Crypt Breaker on 1, Dreadhorde on 2, and then just try and protect with the last Depth Plating. And we'll see how the game goes. Waiting for our opponent. Snow Mountain from our opponent. We'll go ahead and shock it in. Shock in a Watery Grave as opposed to playing a Snow Covered right now. If he has a shock, because I imagine it's what is being, or what he's being given priority for. It would suck, but I'm hoping that next turn I can take advantage of the correct play, and I might be able to punish him for particular plays made. We'll see if he eats a shock or something, right? Or a Spike Field Hazard, maybe? Second mountain from our opponent. Plays a Steamkin. I think we'll just play, Island, and then we're just gonna go in, honestly. It's not really a trade he wants to make anyway. And then we'll just kind of protect with the Lazatep. Hopefully fizzle a good burn spell or something if we need to. See what our next turn takes us. Boy, for a mono red deck that's playing Steamkin of all things. Old boy's taking as long a certain time. Although you never know, I guess he could technically be on mobile now, so can't hold it against you too much. Also, pardon the screwing and the drinking. I'm a human being that needs water. We're playing Boros. What in the Sam hell is your deck? Boros is not a popular pairing to run right now, unless you're someone like me who's committed to the memes and the dreams. We'll go ahead and eat the damage. Oh, right, I forgot Lazatep plating was giving me priority. See if he tries to be tricky. We'll go ahead and play the Swamp, and again, kind of just do the same thing. Next turn we might... Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so we'll talk about next turn later. We'll go ahead and Lazatep now. Boy, oh boy, I hope this works. Okay, so we're eating a whole bunch of crazy shit that nothing we can do. So I guess at the start of his turn, we will discard the land and make a what's it called? A 2/2. Go ahead and end the turn. Yeah, still the correct thing to do. Where we will discard the swamp in question. We're in some trouble. But this is kind of an example where we'll probably transition to a more controlling kind of deck. Ah, okay, he's running that mono red, probably splashing white for showdown. A Bomat Courier, a Firebrand, a Spike Field. God, life is miserable. Yeah, that's a little dangerous. We are in some trouble. I've got a Hazard too. Dear God. This is really, really, really bad. Yep, again, reasons like this or decks like this are the reason why we run some what's it called? Rituals of Soot. I guess it's a Hazard. Oh my God. Let's give him a good game. Dear God, that was brutal. But that's what a red deck does, and as a red player, I totally get it, man. We'll go ahead and bring in some... I forgot about Aether Gust, too. That's an option. We'll bring in one Erebus Intervention for things like the God, and we'll bring in some Ritual of Soots. Get rid of the couple of Dreadhorde Invasions, and get rid of Cryptbreaker. Let's see here. Gotta give it 4 more cards. Liliana's bad. And the Gem Palms are bad. Give up one Narfi. And again, now we'll just try and control and hold and see if we can turn. Again, play first. Hope and prayer. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for something better than that. But I can do something with the hand. I don't think we have the liberty of chucking it back. I do not favor this matchup. It's also not terribly often you see just a mono red deck, but I suppose the banning of Uro does allow it to kind of be a thing where before it was not. Come on, opponent. What are we doing here? I imagine it's a Spike Field Hazard. Or he has like a 1-drop he's sitting on. I'm not gonna lie though, I'll take an AFK win. I'm not like, you know, morally opposed to him. I do apologize. If I had the capability of, you know, and a computer that could edit, I would edit this out. There we go. Okay, that's something we can do. I think we might... Let's see what he does. There's a Steamkin. If he attacks, we're going to Lazotep as a combat trick and get rid of the Bowmat. Make him lose a couple cards and attempt to preserve our life total. Go ahead and play a Tomebound Lich. Welcome back, sweetheart. I closed the door because you were being a total butt. Because we don't have a second blue, we'll go ahead and get rid of the Saw coming. I know, honey. I love you and you're cute. Oh, man. It's just not a good look. Okay, we're getting there. It's something we can do. Go ahead and play the Devotee. I think we don't attack here because we're awfully fond of living and not dying. Oh, careful! That's a cord. Oh boy, Chandra's... Oh man, this doesn't look good. And then he's gonna blow my dude up. Oh no! We'll play to our outs, but boy, does this not feel good.
Today's my lucky day.
I'm sorry, he did... What? Why would you not... Okay, I was like, what the hell is he doing? Hi, honey. I love you. I know, you got back into the room, even though I closed the door. Gotta be honest, your sister is like being the absolute picture of chill. I don't... I think we just have to wait until we draw a Ritual of Soot, otherwise we're real dead. We'll go ahead and play a Devotee, I suppose. And we're just gonna try and pull up blockers. Oh no, man, I want zombies to be good. It's just a tribe that's like never quite there. Boy, oh boy, do I wish it was. Another Showdown of the Skulls. I mean, that is honestly a card good enough to splash white. What are the second ones? When you cast a spell this turn, 1 counter on target creature you control. I mean, being able to like put a 1/1 counter on a Steamkin from the Showdown, it is nice as acting as a way or another like way of ramp. Simply because the Steamkin only cares about 3+1/+1 counters. It doesn't care about like the source of them.
This'll be easy.
What did he exile? Oh, was it face down? Oh no. We're gonna die. Oh no. Isn't that right, sweetheart? We're gonna die. I want zombies to be good, but they're kind of poop. Oh, man. I mean, I guess we block and then he sacks. And I guess. Oh, life is brutal. Oh, no. Wait, did you have... Wait, am I missing something? Oh, shocks and all that shit. That's fine. Yeah, man. Good old-fashioned. Can't really hold it against you too much. Oh, God, he's got, like, the nuts. Or damn near the nuts. I would have just done that in main phase. Yeah, he could have. I don't know the math, but I'm almost certain that if he would have just cleared my dude beforehand, he could have easily just, like, won that turn. But then again, fucking, what do I know? I guess the big question is, does he, like, play another Chandra and look to, like, uptick and squeeze a burn spell in this way? Or is he gonna
Hey, over here.
try and, like, pull a card, I guess, probably, is the smart play? Maybe he pulls a burn spell with access to the Steamkin mana. Odds are he can cast it. And even if he bricks, he does shock my face. I think the only thing that, like, super saves us is maybe an Erebos' intervention. Because I think it's twice X life of what you pump into it. Oh, boy. I'm not gonna lie, the slow roll is something I'm not, like, over the moon about. Oh, I guess you can see what card he's tucked under the bow mat. Do you have the kill? We will, however, because I do have that creature, play so many creatures quest, we're gonna... no, that would have been... Well, nah, that would have... Yeah, I could have killed some, but then I would have also, like, taken 2 damage, which is basically, like, the creature attacking and hitting me anyway. Isn't that right, baby girl? Your sissy's in the bed just hanging out. Come on! Come on down! Come cuddle with the cat dad. The cat dad's awfully cool. Okay, dude, I was trying to be polite and, like, letting you, like, play the thing. But if you don't go immediately, or sack the thing immediately, I'll... Thank you. God damn. Don't gotta be BM about it, brother. Boy, oh boy. This has basically been my experience with zombies. I mean, it, like... Against unorganized piles of cards and starter decks, it's, like, focused enough to win. But once you get to against other focused decks, man, it doesn't have the explosive power or the ability to, like, hold a board like Giants does. Again, it doesn't have the ability to, like, explode on a board and make really big, really wide boards like an Elves or a Merfolk. And it doesn't have the ability to control... kind of like a Jeskai, or even kind of like a Merfolk, a little bit. It's like in this weird place where it, like, can't really do much of anything, and not like in a negative way. We'll just probably... yeah, I think Dreadhorde Invasion is basically the best card we can hope to pull. Or our best, like, turn 2 play. I mean, alright. At least we got, like, Lords to play after it, I guess. Oh, okay, we're going against a literal pile of cards. Oh, and I almost skipped through the turn. Hi, honey. May I pet the baby? I love you. Okay. Dude is just playing a lot of things. So yeah, this is one of those where it's like, the deck is competent enough to where I can pull a win on this. At this point, like, there's not even really a point to sideboarding. It's just play dudes and go. Opponent shucks in a watery grave. One can only wonder for what reason. Nothing. Or, well, not nothing. It's a control spell, obviously. Go ahead and just play Lord of the Accursed. Again, we're just going to go and just try and make big boards. I suppose you can have a counter spell. I understand what he's going for there, but we're just going to, again, try and beat him down and apply pressure. Zombies as... Zombie Tribal is enough to where if you're just playing, you know, if you're just getting into Historic and you can make the deck and you're, like, in, you know, like, anything like gold and down, like, it's got enough of a one-way to help you climb out of those, but once you get into Platinum, where things start to level out, then, you know, we're talking a different thing here. Just gonna go ahead and get rid of the problem creature. Would have been nice to draw mana for the Narfi, but we're in a good spot. I suppose now we just play the game of trying to figure out what the hell our opponent is running. Other than a literal pile of cards. But even then, like a pile, you know, I'm going to add every cool card in kind of thing. Okay, so now you're milling 2, which is cool. I don't think... Do I really care about the Gem Palm? I think we'll just try and cycle it on their instep. We want to look for a land to look for a land for Narfi. So any target or target player, correct?
I have not survived millennia to stand down now.
So you have some... Okay. Didn't have... yes. So yeah, we're just going to stick to the plan, and we're going to damn near be solitairing this game out. Or playing solitaire this game. Please draw me a land? I mean, like, we don't kind of need it, but, like, still nice to have. There we go. And we'll go ahead and just play the thing, or the card in this case, King Narfi or whatever, it just ends the game fast. What the actual fuck? Okay, I don't know what this dude's deck is at all. Again, I still feel confident enough to, like, get it. But boy, oh boy, is it not a little bit annoying. I guess we'll... Actually, we should probably be a little careful about just, like, blowing ourselves up if we can avoid it.
Watch your temper.
We could be in some trouble if this doesn't go well, so I think we need to play smart, only because the downside of the Dreadhorde... The actual fuck is he running? One of those fucking piles of cards, man. God damn. Alright, we'll do... You. See what we draw. Don't need the land. Chuck it back. Unless we kill ourselves with Dreadhorde Invasion. Which is really... This is the reason why Dreadhorde Invasion doesn't really see play. Yeah, I'm aware, game. Made it very hard to be not aware of this reality. I literally died, don't I? Okay, not literally, just practically, because we're gonna die to our own Dreadhorde Invasion. And then I guess we just play some Murderous Riders and hope not to die. Go ahead and get rid of you. Second Tome-Bound Lich. Maybe we can counter something big. Hi, honey. Daddy loves you. Okay, so we live for a turn with the hopes that we can counter whatever big honking dude they intend on playing. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Gotta be honest, I probably need to counter that. He might just have like another removal spell, but if he does, what are you gonna do? Place negate. Go ahead and give him the tapped Tome-Bound Lich, or give up the tapped Tome-Bound Lich. Go ahead and... Hi, honey. Oh, he has... Right, I forgot. We'll double block there, get some life off the Tome-Bound Lich, and try not to die. I know, you're a sweet little baby girl who only desires to be petted and loved. Go ahead and play the Faithless Haven. Just for the sake of safety, we're just gonna kill them. Soren, I know. Well, I'll hang out with you. Now I believe we have turned the corner. I mean, he could very well just kill the army, or our army token here. Come here, honey. Yeah, I know. It's hard to be a cat. Okay. I can always just bring it back. I love you. And then we'll tap. It will activate the Haven and play a Liliana's Devotee and just try and turn the corner and end the game. There we go. On to game 2, I suppose. I don't really think there's like much we really bother with here. Sideboarding wise, we just like run the same deck and hope to like make something happen. I'd be very surprised if our opponent, when you're running a couple hundred size deck, even bothers to sideboard. It's not a killer hand, but it's got things to do, and we hopefully can draw into something. Oh, we got a good game from our opponent. Okay, that's something. What, man? You're the one. I know. I love you and you're cute, but goddamn. Dad's got, like, limits of, like, what he can deal with. Since we can't really do anything with our opponent, we're just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna go run the cat out of the room. This won't take 10 seconds. The deer Kraken. Oh my god. Pardon. Again. The inability to edit makes life a little difficult. I see we didn't draw anything of terrible value, which is lovely. Go ahead and just sit and wait. See what our opponent does. I guess we'll just sit here and praise this game. Well, let me use the mana. So we got that going for us, I suppose. Okay. I think we just let the Kraken through. If we draw Black Swords, I think we pretty much immediately kill it, right? I believe that is the correct play. You know what that isn't, game? It's not what I goddamn want. I'm so mad. Okay, I think I know what we'll do here. Oh, please, just let me do my thing, game. You're killing me. Probably blocks it with the vampire. Oh, come on. You're killing me with the slow roll, dude. What could you possibly have? See what our opponent does. Taps the black to make another tentacle token and grow in size. A castle from our opponent. Guess we go ahead and discard a card, get rid of the Gym Palm, and make a creature to block. Really need a black source, because if I miss a land, I might just scoop, because I'm a little tilted, because it's due to slow rolling for no foreseeable reason. That'll technically do it. You know, maybe we actually just... Yeah, we should probably kill the Kraken. Let's see, next turn we go to 4. We can play a Death Baron and get it to 5. If I draw a land, I think I can Death Baron and Last Step Plating to attack, giving the army... Hang on. 3 goes to 4. 4, the Death Baron goes to 5. 5, Last Step Plating as a mass goes to 6. 6 triggers the Dreadhorde Invasion. Please. You fucking asshole. Like you literally just lost me the game. Okay. That's annoying. God. Alright, we're gonna mute our opponent. I'm tilted and annoyed because I'm also getting input overload from real life sources. So I beg your pardon for my terrible plays and my increasing frustration. Okay. This is way better. Okay. Yeah, mulligan down. Yeah, I'm tilted. Mulligan down and just immediately scoop. So yeah, we'll play Dreadhorde on 2. Probably play a Tomebound on 3. Okay. We'll play the Tomebound on 3 at this rate, and then we'll discard the Narfi so we can maybe get it back with some snow mana we might draw. Since with the snow-covered swamp, we'll have 2 out of the 3 required for Narfi's activated ability. That will do it, honestly. I actually stand by the original decision because I really want the mana fixing more. I could make a Liliana's Devotee, which is a thing. I mean, maybe if our opponent's like a total bro, he'll blow up our... Nope, he's foretelling something. Thought he'd maybe blow up our Watery Grave and give us the snow covered. Yay! Got there in the end. I guess the question is, what do we discard here? Probably the other Tome-bound Lich, I imagine. Yeah, we'll get rid of the other Tome-bound. I don't know what Dimir card he's bothered to foretell. I mean, maybe watch it be like a Raven form or something goofy to get rid of Narfi. Next turn, by all accounts, seems pretty clear. I think we'll just play a Liliana's Devotee, probably? Assuming nothing happens, and then we'll just hold up a Lazatep and just try not to die. That's fine. Total lead. Give us more snow-covered basics, I suppose. Grab an island, because we need blue. In order for our deck to function. Have a duress, which means the Lazatep is gone, which fucking sucks. But that's fine. What's a brother to do, I suppose? Might as well just try and close the game out. Okay, it's giving him Tormod's Crypt priority, which is real fun. You know, that might have actually been a bad one. Because now I have... Oh, no, I draw first, then discard. Sorry. It's looting, not pillaging. Got a good game from our opponent. Does he scoop? We shall see. I'm not gonna lie, if you scoop right now, opponent, it'd make my life real easy. Go ahead and take the Crypt Breaker. We don't care about it that much. Other than, like, I can't think of anything that saves him. So maybe he'll, like, cast a spell on the way out and be a total bro and concede the game, which will wrap up the video nicely. Oh my god, it was a Raven form! I was just bullshitting! Yay! GG, sir. And that was our Dimir Zombie Tribal for Historic Best of 3. Again, if you like the particular video in question on Dimir Zombies, go ahead and like that video. And if you like me, why not sub? As long as I make a lot of historic videos. And if you have any questions or sort of inputs, because I would love to see if there's some sort of like community build that I don't know about for this to make this better. That's what the comments are for. So we'll leave up the, as I try to do always now, I'll leave up the build in case you want to say take it for yourselves. But with that out of the way, I just want to say thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.